Welcome to one of Washington's best kept secrets. Where the wind whispers in the trees, waterfalls are kept hidden by the valleys and towering cliffs. Today we go on a journey into the heart of the Klickitat River area, where the land and water collide in breathtaking ways. Hidden waterfalls, rugged cliffs, and pristine wilderness. But you know me, this is not your average hike. We're rappelling down some remote and awe-inspiring waterfalls in the Pacific Northwest, places most people will never see, and where nature still thrives in its purest form. The journey begins. And there's our path for the day. Running along our creek, which you can barely see right there. We're in a creek a little further away than I'm used to running. It's quite beautiful here. You saw the snow on the ground, and it's actually not as cold as I thought. However, the challenge today is going to be water levels and the fact that this doesn't get run that often. So figuring out the safest way down with current water levels is going to be pretty interesting. So we'll see what our first rappel looks like and how gnarly it's going to be, because I was really expecting these creeks to be much lower flow, and they aren't. I don't know if you can see in the video, but right here is where two creeks meet and going to be the start of our journey. If you saw the water levels in the intro, no joke today. One creek comes here, another creek joins from there, which is the bigger, as you can see, it's a bigger valley, a bigger drainage. That is going to be the source of most of our flow, and you just saw Clint disappearing right down there where our entrance is. We'll see how this goes. Even though this first waterfall was quite daunting, how wide it was and how much water was going over the edge, we actually got pretty lucky with a fall line that ran just on the side of the waterfall that kept us out of the main flow and spared us from getting drowned. As you'll see in the video clip once we reach the bottom, the surrounding colors in the rock and rock formations totally made this rappel worth every bit of effort. This canyon was indeed quite rugged and very wild, hardly ever visited, making the traverse from one waterfall to the next very difficult. Right now we're assessing the flow levels and the safety. We're doing it, but it is massive flow. Should be good. This unnamed 80-foot plunging waterfall is the reason we came. Not only is it beautiful, but it was actually quite dangerous. With the flow rate what it was, it became quite tricky to figure out a way down. On one hand, we could go in the full brunt of this water flow, which would have been basically suicide. Or we rappelled on another side of a rock that kept us mostly out of the flow, but then also put us in range of some very, very sharp rocks. These kind of rocks are known for tearing rope and destroying a rappeller. So this was quite an interesting mitigation of risk as we navigated this waterfall. In total, this journey was about 6 miles round trip. We descended a total of about 1,000 feet, meaning our journey back to the car, we had to gain 1,000 feet, which was really, really fun. But I can tell you, after rappelling this final waterfall, it was totally worth every calorie spent. After rappelling a waterfall, I almost always look back up to kind of take it in from right beneath the waterfall, and it's always the same exact feeling. It's amazing.